Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I wanted to pop on here today and talk to you about something that I am observing that is really relevant to how much you can say yes to, how much you can receive, and how much you can allow. And of course, that has a lot to do with how successful you're going to be in attracting and creating really vibrant, awesome love in your life. So those of you who are just joining, welcome. Feel free to say hello. I think most of you know me, but I am Lisa Rose. I'm the founder of Deeper Love, Better Sex, and I help successful singles get really good at dating so they find their match. So I've been noticing that the majority of people who want to have a conversation with me about working together, most of them, they've been following me for a while. They're pretty familiar with my message and my approach. And I'd say the majority of them, when we have a conversation, they've pretty much decided that they need support and that I seem like a good person to offer that support. And so they've more or less decided that they want to work together. Now, even of those people, I see one of two things. Hey, Rachel, hi. One of them is they jump on and they have a few clarifying questions, but they're willing to follow what their heart says. And if they feel in their heart a yes, they trust that desire and they trust in a sense of possibility that forces, whether you want to call it the universe or life or whatever, will line up in favor of that deep desire that they have. And it always does. It always goes that way. And then there are other people, and I have to say this is more common among women. I think men tend to trust their financial capability or confidence a little bit more. Hey, Robin. But women, I notice there's a little bit more inclination where they can talk themselves out of their desire and often use money as the excuse. And here's what that looks like. They feel this really strong, thanks, sweetie. They feel this really strong burn. It's like desire, like everything in their body and everything in their heart is saying, I want this. It's like going to a grocery store and you see something that you really like. And I know this because I used to do this and I do not do this anymore. Like I would say no to myself and I'd be in the excuse of, oh, it's too expensive or I don't really need that. And all that did is it just left me feeling deprived. Now when I go to the grocery store, I buy whatever the fuck I want. And it's actually really changed a lot in my life, just making that one little shift. So they kind of find a way to talk themselves out of it. And because I'm not afraid to do this and because I really want to support my clients to have what they want, I will kind of follow that trail a little bit and see if I can open up a vista where instead of seeing limitation and impossibility, she can start to see and feel a sense of possibility. That's actually what I'm doing as a coach, right? We're working on the places where my clients have decided something isn't available to them. And we kind of open up the framework of what starts to feel possible. So if this is resonating with you guys, feel free to drop a comment in, or if you have a question, or press the like, whatever. So that's the first part, because it is kind of like not just so much because I wanted to sign a client. It's deeper than that. It's disappointing to me anytime a woman says no to herself and doesn't honor her desire. That's actually a big part of what makes dating and relationship and I think life feel really juicy and exciting and successful, is that I'm constantly following and allowing my desires, giving them permission, and watching as they unfold. And here's the other thing that I really want to speak to, because I don't think it's a coincidence. 90% of the people I work with, and I work with some pretty successful women, 90% of everybody I work with starts earning more money during the time that we worked together. Why is this? They're definitely not working harder. If anything, what they're doing is they start to relax. They go into more feminine, more surrendered, more open space. And in the process of clearing out some of the blocks that they have that are stopping them from attracting love, from being really receptive to love, from being able to take in a man really giving to her and wanting to be around her and loving her up like a queen, those are blocks that live inside her. And when we have blocks, they don't just block one area, they tend to block a bunch of areas. So as we start to unkink some of those blocks, she starts to just be in deeper space of allowing and receptivity and openness. And I've had so many of my clients have these opportunities present themselves, even in the 3 to 6 months that we were working together, that come from a place of ease and spontaneity and really just kind of magic. So I say that because it's not just that, then their fear of whatever the investment was that they made. I mean, my 90-day program is around $3,000. And the interesting thing to me about that is I've had so many women literally say to me, if I could meet the man of my dreams who I was super happy to be with, and I was going to put a price tag on that, most women say, $10,000, $20,000. It's worth a lot to have an awesome man in our life, right? And if you feel frustrated or discouraged or hopeless about having that, it's like if somebody could give you a magic golden ticket and help you get there, that's actually worth something. So to me, from my perspective, under $3,000 to get really good at dating. And when you're good at dating, you naturally start to attract men you want to date who also want to date you. That's just the way it goes down. I mean, one of the biggest barriers I help my clients get through is this whole notion and idea that dating has to be a drag, that it has to suck, that it has to be a drain, that it's not fun, that it's not going to be successful. All of those things are just excuses, right? Dating, I'm not going to paint like this over rosy picture. Of course, there are sometimes challenges, but when you get good at it and you have the internal confidence, it's really mostly a lot more fun. So my point is that when they start to step out, when some of those blocks start to clear away, it's like so much opens up for them in their life. And sometimes they'll actually say to me, gosh, I'm so glad I didn't talk myself out of this. And that's a way that I have felt when I've been on the fence about investing with somebody, because I still invest both in my business and in my personal life. If there's something that I want more freedom or more expansion around, and I see somebody who has that, they're living that, they're confident in it, then it's kind of like a no-brainer, assuming that, I like them and I want to work with them. I don't stop myself from doing that anymore. So here's what I want to invite you to do. I want to invite you to get honest with, where are you saying no to yourself? Where are you shutting down a desire? Where are you believing in impossibility more than you're allowing for the possibility of possibility? If you want something, whether it's to work with me or to hire somebody else or to take a trip around the world, by virtue of the fact that you desire it, there's a way for it to manifest. There's a way for it to come to you. But you got to unlock some of those doors of blocks and excuses and reasons why, and basically that kind of impossibility fortress. So at the moment, I have one opening in my 30-day program. It's basically going to kind of get you, it's going to launch you into the dating world with a ton of confidence and the internal skills and resources and kind of everything that you need so that you are really successful at dating. And I have 2 benchmarks for success. One is you enjoy the process. You look forward to your dates. And 2, you make a great match. And I think every single person I've worked with in the last 6 to 9 months very quickly has met somebody that they're really digging dating. So if this feels like a fit for you, you are welcome to reach out to me. I'm not going to put any links. You can private message me. You can put a comment. But just if there's something like kind of burning in you follow that. Follow that impulse. That's your heart speaking to you. All right, y'all, I wish you a love-filled day. And if you're watching the replay, drop your name in the comments, leave one, ask a question, let me know. Talk to me. Ciao.